again, you can see that the dilemma here is that if you scan for new devices, which one do you pick to create a file system on? Well, you could pick any one of them. But if someone else comes by, scans for new devices, sees these additional devices not being used, they'll start doing something with it, and they'll clobber and corrupt your file system database or whatever. So, and again, you would have done this for both Windows servers, you and your partner, and HPUX. Now, I stipulated, and this is very important because I'm catching, at least picking up on the fact that some people are working independent of each other. You have to work together as a team, okay? Remember, there's only one person that can manage the MSA. Your partner may not know what you've done or what you, to what point you've left things. Or you could have gone in, undone everything, or you could have gone in and done some things, and then your partner does the rest. But again, you have to work together within your group, and you're going to see that that's going to be even more critical in the next lab. You know, again, you need to partner together and work together on this. And this is the Unix side. You would have done the same thing on the Unix side. Then what we did here is we put the cart before the horse. As I said, one of the best practices is you should always have multipathing in place before you do any presentations at once. Well, we're not doing it that way in here. Why did we do this? Because we want you to be able to see the fact that I presented volumes to a Windows server through multiple paths. Those volumes are going to be seen numerous times. Okay? So make a note on this, for example, on page 13. You should be seeing 16 entries here. You should be seeing 16 entries here. Okay? What's going to clean up those 16 entries? You're going to install multipathing. Okay? And multipathing. And this is what you're going to need to go through. Multipathing in 2008 is a feature. We're showing you how to do it in the command line. You're using this command code OC setup MPIO. Be very careful, and I don't know if somebody ran into this, but I let people run into it, because if you don't run into it, you never learn, right? Make mistakes. Uppercase M and uppercase I in multipath IO. Okay? Multipath IO. And so you need to do OC setup, the following. You execute MP claim -N -I -A. And then you'll see, when you do an MP claim -E, you should see this. Now, let me explain this. This is typical of an example as a result of volumes are volumes have been presented to the server. If volumes were not presented to the server, this is not what you're going to see. Okay? So if you get to this point and you don't see any, you say it's completely blank, it's because your previous earlier steps, part in the lab, you never presented volumes to that server. So I'm just going to let you know that if you haven't presented any volumes in a real life environment in 2008 or even 2012, you're not going to see this. You're not going to see any entry. Okay, this is a result that volumes were presented to the server, and we see a potential target for which volumes have been presented. Okay, but unfortunately, with multipathing as a feature, whether it's 2008 and 2012, you have to reboot the server. You have to do a reboot. Once you do a reboot, you do an MP claim. Now you see that MPIO is yes. But again, this whole entry here is a result that a volume was presented. Okay. Now, if we go back in Device Manager, this is what you should only see. Instead of those 16 entries, they should be reduced down to 2. This is what your OS is seeing